Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Almost 6 years ago, MTSU's College of Basic and Applied Sciences launched a program with Meharry Medical College. It selects incoming freshmen for a fast track to complete their bachelor's degree at MTSU and directly enter medical school upon graduation. It's called the Medical School Early Admissions Program, and here to tell us more is site coordinator Eric Miller. Eric, welcome back to the show.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
I think it was before the pandemic, right?
That's exactly right. Before we had a class enrolled in this program.
Well, we've got a lot of things to update people on and really happy news. So let's start with the fall 2025 cohort. You've got more than 20 applicants, right?
Absolutely right. They are all excellent candidates. I'm really looking forward to diving into their applications and selecting the best class.
So let's back up just a little bit. What did they apply to be a part of? And just talk about the uniqueness of this program.
Sure. So this is an accelerated BSMD program that we have here at MTSU with Meharry Medical College. We are looking for students who are interested in becoming primary care physicians in rural and underserved parts of Tennessee. So they really need to be interested in giving back to their communities. And that's something I think the state was interested in when they invested money into this. They invested a significant sum, which we are very grateful for, that we can have this program. So, we're looking for students who know what they want to do, which is hard in an 18-year-old high school student. So somebody who's very mature and very interested in, like I said, serving their communities.
Very much. And to be clear, we're talking about a program where they would accelerate through their bachelor's degree at MTSU.
Exactly right.
And then the process of selecting them into this program also involves Meharry looking at them as well with a fast track to admission to their college, correct?
That's right. Our admissions committee is a joint committee between MTSU and Meharry. And so they get accepted to both MTSU and Meharry at the same time. And so that's why we have to look for that mature student who knows that this is what they want to do and has thought critically about how they want to give back.
So beginning to end, how much time are we talking about? I enroll as a freshman at MTSU, I graduate from Meharry. How much time are we talking about?
That's 7 years, 3 years at MTSU, 4 years at Meharry, and then they do a 3-year residency program, typical residency program. And then there's a 3-year service component as well, where they are working as a physician, but they're in a underserved or rural part of Tennessee, and that's kind of a repayment for the support they receive throughout the program.
And let's talk about the support. Sure. What do they receive?
So students in this program receive full tuition and fees paid for by the program at both MTSU and also at Meharry. There's not a lot of doctors out there that can say they had both their undergraduate and medical education paid for.
So let's talk about the type of students that typically are gravitating towards this program. What would they major in typically in the undergraduate levels here at MTSU? And what kind of backgrounds are you looking for in selecting those students?
Sure. So the program that they follow here it's a prescribed program. It's not quite a biology degree, it's not quite a biochemistry degree, it's somewhere in between. They get all of the typical pre-medical prerequisite requirements that any other pre-med student would get. So they're taking general biology, they're taking organic chemistry, general chemistry, biochemistry, physics, all the sciences that they need, all the things that they will need both in medical school, but before that, in preparation for the MCAT, the Medical College Admissions Test. We need students who are strong science students, who are strong students overall, and who really performed admirably in their high school career.
We're getting close to our first graduates to this, right?
That's right. So,
who are first up?
Yes, our first cohort will be graduating from medical school in 2026. I'm so excited for them. They were just obviously a special group. I've been following along with them throughout their journey, and I just love seeing them, love hearing about their successes, and they've got such a bright future ahead of them.
I can't wait till that happens. We're going to celebrate that so much. Obviously, we talked about the fact you've got 23 applicants under consideration for the fall 2025. So now your focus, once we fill that cohort, is the fall 2026. What's the deadline to apply, and what's the process to apply?
Sure. So anybody looking to apply to start fall 2026 would need to submit their application no later than December 1st of 2025. That'll be their application to submit their MTSU application, and then there's a separate application to this program on our website. They will need to write an essay describing a little bit about how an accelerated medical program helps to reach their goals and why they're interested in that type of program. They need to submit a resume. They will need to submit letters of recommendation from people in their community, high school teachers, things like that. And then we'll interview them to just get to know them a little bit better.
I know there's the need for physicians in underserved communities. Can you talk a little bit about that and how this program came about as one of the answers to help solve that problem?
Yeah, and it's so interesting too because there is such a need, and unfortunately, this is a slow burn. This program takes a long time from when a student matriculates at MTSU to when they're out in the community. That's why we fast-tracked it. That's why we created this 3-year program so we can at least shorten that time period. We can't take too much off. I don't know. I wouldn't want my physician to skip out on something critical.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's important that they get all of that. But we're doing what we can so that we can get them out and serving the areas that need the most impact. Our state is like others across the country. There's a physician shortage. We need to train physicians and get them out there and working with the people that need the help.
So where do I go on the web to find out more about the program?
The best place is our website, mtsu.edu/medschool. All the relevant information students need about requirements and the application when they're ready can be found there.
Well, I've been honored to watch this program start and follow these students through the process. I think it's really hitting its stride in terms of visibility. Governor Lee has been a strong supporter of this. I think he was there when that first cohort was introduced. So that's going to be a pride point for him coming up soon as well. And thank you, Eric, for all you've done to make this program a success.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here.